All right, back to talk a little bit more Hendon Hooker. We looked at the good tape first. That's what I kind of like to do if I can, is take a one game and break it down, and highs and lows, goods and bads within that one game. Sometimes you might have a better game and, man, there's not that much stuff to point out. Other times you may not have a great game and there's more things to point out. So we have to understand that I'm not just picking and choosing throughout the course of the year, because I just think these guys do so many good things that there's too many highlights. So I want to see the course of a game, how they respond to different things, situational football and all of that sort of stuff. So we took a look at some of the things that I really like about Hendon Hooker in this offense. Talked about some of the issues with this offense, which always plays a part. Now, today we're going to take a look at some of the things that he struggled with this year, some of the things he's going to have to do better, processing information, getting through reads, getting the ball out of his hands. Seeing the big picture is always a big thing for me, is seeing things pre-snap to make the game easier for yourself as a quarterback. All right, so this is where, you start to have your questions, because right here, again, jog, okay, we've got this little choice, and this guy here, like, he's got no options, and there's no progression for him. Like, where do I go from that one guy, because nobody else is running routes, so he's just stuck. That guy's not open. Now I got to run around and hope that we can make a play here. And so really, really hard on a quarterback, and I'm not sure what the thought process is with what they're doing with this offense so often. Okay, so here's another one. Okay, these are the ones where you actually do see the concepts. I'd like to see them process a little bit better. So they're going to run an in, they're going to run an under, and then they're going to run another big in. All right, so on a play like this, what am I looking for? Okay, so I'm really thinking most times probably this under to this in, and high-low this right here. I get man-to-man coverage, then I kind of want to read across the board, especially if they bring inside pressure. There's inside pressure. What's the first thing that shows up inside? This in route there, okay? So I'd love to see him just, boom, replace that pressure with this throw. Got a great opportunity to the middle of the field. Instead, he's going right underneath. And again, I can see why. Okay, we got depth here. Okay, we got a chance right there. But to me, easier throw that I don't have to worry about starts there. I'd like to see him get inside and deliver that right there. Miss that one right there. Or, the other thing that I like to see, you get pressure. Okay, you get pressure inside. You can go to your one-on-one on the backside. Make the game easy. You get a little stop route to the backside. Could have delivered that one as well. So these are the ones trying to just decipher what he's reading, what he's looking at, and those sorts of things. All right, so here's another one. I go blitz 0. Okay, so remember what we said? Nobody back here in the middle of the field. These are things that I like to see quarterbacks, and especially at the next level. You go and you try to attack the middle. So he's got basically a double post right here. I'd like to see him recognize that. And again, there's nothing wrong with this other than the fact that we're in a situation where we got to get across that line to get the first down. Nothing wrong with that, but to me it's more, hey, I see blitz 0, I want to go attack it, lay that ball up, and look, you got opportunities here for these posts. Instead of throwing into tight coverage on the choice route, like to see him take advantage of that, recognize that, get the ball up in the air like we saw on the previous video. All right, so here we go. We're back to the jog on the left. Jog on the left, and again, I get it that this choice is probably the first route. We've seen him throw it numerous times over and over again, but I'd like to see him see the big picture here. So what I mean by that is we look at the big picture and you see the pressure coming, okay? You see man-to-man, and what we realize once again is middle of the field's wide open. Love to see him be able to process through that choice route, and then there's the big play, right? This is kind of a high-low to this side. Once we see man, we see that leverage to the outside. Like to see him progress past that and be able to see kind of a big picture over and above just that initial read. And again, not that that guy's not open, not that he doesn't win, but when I'm coming out initially and looking, this guy's got outside leverage, okay? And I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be tough for this guy there. But more importantly, I'm seeing that the bodies disappear right here, and that's where my big play is. but delivers it, gets the completion for a few yards. All right, so good accurate throw here. We're just going to run double slants across the board. So nothing wrong with him deciding this side. I actually like this side better than the other side. But we read these double slants inside out. So again, what am I looking at? I'm looking at this cushion right here. And that cushion is there from the snap, like you see it. Okay, so come out, see this guy bring pressure right there. He's not popping out underneath my slant. Be ready to hit that inside slant right here. Recognize, see the big picture. Don't get locked in on just one receiver. And it looks like he peeks at him right there the way he sets. And I don't know what keeps him away from that, but that's the big play right there. Instead of going to one that's a little bit more contested, still should have been caught. Good ball, accurate on these underneath throws over and over again. But I just don't understand sometimes the big picture thought process and what he's seeing across the board. Okay, so here's another one, right? How's he reading it? I don't know. These guys are kind of running off here. Then we've got the big in with the stop route over here. Not sure, but I see those big ends. They run a lot of those big ends. A lot of green grass in the middle of the field. Like to see him step up and deliver that. Instead, kind of throws a late stop to the outside. You see him double hitching. You see him kind of look to the inside, pump to the inside. Doesn't like it. I don't know why he doesn't like it. Again, maybe this is a read. Maybe this is something that he's not sure what that guy's doing. If he's breaking it or going deep, that can lead to a lot of hesitation. But laid out to the stop with that double clutch, it leads to another incompletion. Okay, here's another one. Like we got press down here with the stop. We've got off coverage here. I believe we're going to have that same sort of concept over there. See the big end coming once again. Huge opportunity to the middle of the field where these guys are pressed tight, running stops. And why does he go over there? These are the kind of things I want to know. They bring pressure once again. He looks left. He looks left. What doesn't he like? Why is he already back to this side? And again, I'm looking at big picture coverage. I don't know what he's thinking, because to me, if you're coming back to this side, it's because you like that stop over that stop. Okay, so maybe that's the case. Only problem is I'm seeing press here, so I know that's not an option. Where I like this one a little bit. But see, kind of bouncing around, trying to jam it into the tightest defender right there that we saw from the get-go. Just trying to figure out processing part of it, seeing the big picture, especially within this offense. Again, a little bit of a weird offense, tough to really understand. Okay, so here we got double slants again. Double slants, both sides, double slants. And I look at this and I go, A, we've got the short side up here, okay? B, we've got press coverage on both of those guys where we've got off coverage down here to the outside slant, which is really what we like to think when we've got double slants. All right, why are we going to the top? Why are we going to the top? See the big picture. That's the one that's stealing right there. Okay, and again, it's not that we can't hit this. He actually makes this throw. Okay, we got this. Stick it in there. Nice catch off the back shoulder, but you see how tight it is. See how much tougher it is. And so a big part of playing at the next level is recognizing things pre-snap, understanding where the game is easier, and making it easier on yourself as a quarterback. Okay, so here we go. Again, we got that same kind of look. All right, what are we doing? We're running in and a wheel. Okay, and then on this side, we're running what we call kind of an under concept. So again, see the big picture. Understand the big picture. I see this structure right here, and I say this is not conducive to running in. There's a safety sitting there, and then running a wheel, there's a corner sitting there. That's not where I would want to go. Yet over here, I've got an opportunity to high-low this one defender with off coverage over there and make the game easier. There it is. Boom. There's the easy completion right there on a 3rd and short situation, instead of seeing this clamped inside out and then a 3rd guy here to be able to carry that wheel if he wants to. Make the game easier. Instead of trying to force it, instead of trying to decide beforehand that you're going to throw it to that side. See the big picture of the defense and where it's most conducive for you to get a completion and get a first down. Saw that a little bit too much on tape, kind of picking a guy ahead of time and saying, I'm just going to stick it into him instead of seeing the bigger picture and finding the easier throw. All right. Tough one here, okay? But again, within these offenses, we've got a quick out right here. So got to be able to see and handle pressure, okay? It's a tough look. Walked up, but then they come from the edge. You see him running from the edges here, okay? Where's the only quick throw that I see possible is that little choice, quick out right there. And so got to get the ball out of your hands. Got to have a plan for pressure. See it fade away from it. Like he's looking over there, and then he comes off of it with the guy coming free from the edge. Got to see, recognize these things. Can't take that sack right there. All right, so here we go. Again, got pressure coming, okay? Looks like they're getting over there to pick it up, okay? All right, take a look over there. See if you got your go route. You don't like it, all right? You're going to come back here to your choice route, okay? Stand in there with the pressure, okay? You're there, right there. See the big picture, understand things are closing in on you. There's your easy throw, right? You see down here on the bottom, 4th and short situation right here. Have to understand what we're thinking from a throw standpoint. Okay, so similar to the play that they had earlier, okay? This guy running the choice, understanding the look that we have inside leverage, but more importantly, down in distance, trying to get that easy throw to get a completion, keep this game going. Misses the opportunity. Even if he wants to go inside, I'm okay with that. Okay, we've got the same thing. Middle opens up, just pull the trigger. Pull the trigger one way or another. Get the ball out of your hands on 4th down with that pressure coming. Find a throw. Can't take a sack again. All right, so there is our first draft-eligible quarterback, Hendon Hooker from the University of Tennessee. A lot to like about him. Some questions that I have after watching him in that offense, watching him when he had to, go beyond just picking a guy and throwing it to him. And those are things that when we talk about processing is the most important thing to me at the next level, being able to see it, understand it, make the game easier, get the ball out of your hands because everybody is so fast and windows close so quickly and there's so many different looks that you're going to get up front.